So
it's funny though when you talk to people who are anti weed, which most people who listen to this are probably not. I feel like, but when you listen to people who are anti-cannabis who want it to be illegal, the most common thing I hear is, "Oh, it's a gateway drug." Like, "Oh, if you smoke that, you're gonna do heroin." I'm just like, so what? You're gonna make it illegal because some people do heroin? Or they're like, I don't know why. I just it makes zero sense to me. It just doesn't make any sense, regardless, to keep it illegal. I don't see what the benefit is really.
It's
monetarily, even if you're like a strict, economic person, like it doesn't.
Well, oddly enough, very similar to its origins in being outlawed. A lot of the fighting to keep it outlawed is from pharmaceutical companies. And again, legalizing marijuana makes what am I trying to say here? Marijuana is a tool or a medicine or a substance that can be used to treat or at least treat symptoms of a very wide variety of issues.
Huge amount, that's true.
And there's a lot of money through the pharmaceutical companies pushing their own products individually. This pill will do this, this pill will do that, that pill will do this. And by the way, these pills don't have seeds, so you can't grow your own. You have to come to us. There's a lot of money behind it. So keeping it illegal benefits them financially, just like not switching over to the decorticator benefited your boy William Randolph Hearst financially. Same thing.
It's kind of like fossil fuels, like the oil companies like trying to shut down electric cars and so on and so forth, and for a long time they were threatened by them. At this point, it looks like the tides are turning, and if they're smart, they will. I just don't think you can keep it illegal forever. You can't keep renewable energy sources, hybrid cars and hydrogen cars or whatever. That's the future. Like, people are getting out of the fossil fuel. So if you're smart, instead of continuing to fight, they would just maneuver themselves in a position where they own. Just from their perspective.
I wonder how much of that is just personal greed. And what I mean by that is, obviously there's like the monetary benefit to the company, but let's say I'm fucking CEO of I don't know, fucking Exxon or whoever, or Toyota or whoever, right? I'm the CEO of Toyota, and I'm 60-something. I'm the head dude. I'm 60-something years old. Realistically, how much time do I have alive to benefit from making this money? 10, 20 years? Is the switch over going to be that drastic that within that 10 or 20 years, it's going to make sense for me?
And it's the same thing with the climate change, right? Realistically, most people agree that it's that there is some human element or whatever in climate change, but like, if you're the one in charge of it, you don't give a shit, because you're not going to be around by the time that the shit hits the fan. It's going to be your. But then you got to think about your grandkids or whatever. Just the human race, and just general sense of morality.
I don't think we do as good with that as we would like to think we would. I think,
especially when they have their reputation or their business threatened. People spend their whole life building this thing. From their perspective, they don't want that to be threatened. Going back to the weed thing, the pharmaceutical companies or whichever companies are blocking it now, which I imagine the pharmaceutical companies are doing a lot. I would if I were them, right? You can see why. Like, cannabis is extremely threatening to people who make Tylenol and Advil and Aleve. Like, fuck, they would we'd be out of business. Think about all the side effects. Weed has its own side effects, but again, there are certain strains where you can
mitigate
that. Low THC, high CBD helps with the pain. These Aleve and these Advils and these pills have big side effects, especially when people get. A lot of people are low-level addicted. They pop 2 or 3 a day for fucking everything: back pain, knee pain, head pain, whatever. And you see them; they're just part of the culture. Like, no one cares if you pop a few painkillers. No one gives a shit. But they are toxic to the liver. They do fuck your intestines up. They have big You know,
long-term effects.
Long-term effects. So if weed was around, these people, their bread and butter, I feel, you know, the GlaxoSmithKlines and the what have you, the big pharma companies, a lot of their bread and butter is, the prescription medications, but these over-the-counter medications that people just pop in all day long. You can't live without their Advil. Her girlfriend's like that. Can't live without her Advil. You know, anytime she feels a period coming on, she's like, let me have 10 of these real quick, even if it's not there yet, just in case, you know. She's drinking this shit. So, I mean, yeah, it makes sense for them to want to fight it, to be threatened by it. However, business-wise, financially, it also makes sense to get with a program. Otherwise, they'll probably...
I really do feel like a lot of that is just by the time it makes sense for us to switch over, I'll be out of here.
Yeah.
You know,
Peace,
I'll let the next...
I wasn't the one that fucked it up. You
right,
were.
Right.
Yeah. But it's also like that, you know, you see that same thing with presidents. Like, now I don't want to get into politics, but a lot of presidents, you know, the effect of your presidency probably isn't going to happen. A lot of the big things aren't going to happen for maybe 6 years, 8 years, 10 years. And then it's called sort of disappeared into the mist of history, and no one really can isolate what you did. So they're not really incentivized to make the changes that need to benefit the country over the next 20 years, because they're going to be out.